Welcome administrators, families, and new inductees to the Spring 2023 National Honor Society Induction. My name is Dana Oliver, and I am co-advisor along with Mr. Nathan Tengowski. The standards to be selected for NHS at North Allegheny Senior High School are high. Those of you being inducted today are not only scholars and leaders, but also role models for your peers. Congratulations on being selected for NHS. You earned it. We look forward to seeing your leadership, character, scholarship, and service inside and outside of Nash. I would now like to introduce Tabo Makondaweri, our chapter's vice president and today's master of ceremonies.
Thank you, Mrs. Oliver. Again, hello and welcome to the 2023 National Honor Society Induction. My name is Tabo Makondaweri. I am the Vice President of NHS, and I will be your Master of Ceremonies for tonight. I'd like to start off by saying congratulations to the 187 inductees. Throughout its many chapters across the US and Canada, National Honor Society has had a profound impact on its students and their communities. While our inductees only just recently filled out their applications, we know that they have spent years cultivating their leadership, scholarship, character, and service, the 4 pillars of NHS. I would now like to take a moment to acknowledge our distinguished guests for the evening. With us tonight, we have Dr. Natasha Durda, the principal of Nash, and Mr. Thomas Salopek, the assistant principal of Nash. On behalf of NHS, I would like to extend our gratitude to these individuals for their presence and for their continuous support of this organization. Another thank you goes out to Mr. Tozier and the stage crew, as well as the string performers that were out in the lobby. Members of the string trio were Jongwoo Chun, Sophia Agazio, and Kate Lenchner, who are also 3 of tonight's inductees. Please give them a round of applause. Without further ado, I would like to turn the podium over to our guest speaker, Dr. Durda.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to our National Honor Society Spring Induction. This evening, we will welcome our newest inductees to our North Allegheny Senior High School NHS chapter. My name is Natasha Durda, and it is an absolute deep pleasure of mine to serve as the building principal here at the senior high school. Mr. Salopek, one of our assistant principals, is joining me here this evening, and on behalf of both of us and our entire faculty and staff, we thank you all for joining us. This is one of our most favorite celebrations, because it's a culminating celebration of not only our students' academic achievement and growth, but even more importantly, it's based on the foundations and characteristics of who make them such amazing young adults. It is a pleasure to work with them each and every day. To the parents, guardians, friends, and families who have joined us here this evening to celebrate the outstanding achievements of our students, we thank you for your time, and we thank you for joining us. Your support of these unbelievable young adults is extremely appreciated, and we are thrilled to have you here this evening. Having the opportunity to watch your students grow throughout the school year has been an unbelievable thing to experience. Your students have embraced our Nash school community. They have served as positive role models for one another and for our community at large. We have had the privilege of watching them excel both in and out of the classroom. Here at North Allegheny, our mission is preparing all students for success in a changing world. As I look around the room and as we welcomed our students who are being recognized this evening, we've had an opportunity to really reflect on their achievements and their accomplishments. To our students, we share this as much as we can. You are the heart and the soul of our school. You are the reason why we come here, and we are so, so very proud of you. To our NHS faculty advisors, Mrs. Oliver and Mr. Tengowski, Thank you for all of the time and effort that you put into this evening's event and for all that you do for NHS, for our students, and for NASH. To our NHS student leadership team, it seems like yesterday that we were here celebrating you last year at this time, and now we continue to watch you grow and thrive as students here at NASH. You continually represent our NASH identity and focus of deeply caring about one another while relentlessly pursuing excellence in all that you do. It has been an absolute pleasure watching you throughout your experience here at NASH, and we thank you for being such positive role models to our new inductees. We wish you all the best in your future endeavors. To our inductees that we are celebrating and recognizing this evening, congratulations to each and every one of you. Your academic achievements, your character, and your successes, both in and out of the classroom, are qualities that you should be very proud of. Not only have you obtained high levels of academic achievement at one of the most rigorous high schools in the United States, you do so while representing the 4 pillars of National Honor Society: leadership, service, character, and scholarship. As student leaders, you exemplify those 4 pillars in all that you do. The foundation of National Honor Society is not only to recognize academic achievement at the highest level, it is to celebrate students who embody those 4 pillars. Please know that with continued hard work and constantly leaning into your morals, ethics, and values, you will continue to grow and you can aspire to be whatever you want to be throughout your life. Your leadership, service, character, and core values that you have displayed up until this point in your lives will lead you to great successes in life. We could not be more proud of you, and we look forward to recognizing and celebrating you here this evening. At this time, I would like to turn things over to one of our NASH mathematics teachers, Mrs. Sharon Volpe. Thank you for joining us this evening, and we hope you enjoy this evening's program.
Hi there. Congratulations to our newest NHS inductees. Mrs. Oliver and Mr. Tangowski came to me to ask me if I would speak tonight, and they told me that they wanted me to speak on one of the pillars, and I immediately said service. Most of you I know, and you know how much I value community service, and it was the perfect way for me to go. All of the pillars meld together, though. They are all very important. For almost 200 years, historians from around the world have noted that the giant melting pot that is the United States is a nation that loves coming together to help others. We love joining things. Service makes all of us, as individuals, better people. Now that you are almost a part of NHS, our expectations for you have risen. We expect you to do more, to be more, and we want you to continue this trend long after you leave North Allegheny. We want your volunteer work to be meaningful, and the term meaningful service comes up in a lot of the NHS material that's out there, and also the word enthusiastically. I'm strangely nervous talking in front of you guys. Meaningful service includes many parts, but one key concept is that you should actively look for people and organizations that need your support. You have all proved that you have fabulous grades. Teachers and other adults have reported to the NHS committee that you are honorable. Part of being honorable means that you should go and do things to help others. Sometimes service is hard. Sometimes you will not get noticed for the things that you are doing, even when you are working hard. And all of you are accustomed to getting noticed for the amazing work that you have done. Some of the service that you will do will be exhausting. Sometimes you may find that you don't actually like the people you are volunteering to help. Do it anyway. No one cares. Get past that. Honorable, enthusiastic. Sometimes you will have a passionate reason for doing service. You love working with animals, with kids, with senior citizens, with homeless people. You may want to cure a disease. You may want to fix the environment. Some of you will feel called to service because you see a family member or a friend in need. Do something. Get out of your comfort zone. Make every community service experience that you do, whether it is inside this organization or on your own, a learning experience that makes you into a better person. Tengowski is always nervous when I go off script, and I'm going to go off script for a second because I was thinking about this on the way here. For as many of you students who are in those seats right now, there are just as many, if not more, who are envious of you and wish that they had what you have. Do not complain about the service that you do. I'll actually hear kids in my classes, and I'll hear other kids go, "Oh, poor him, he has to go help kids at Hozak Elementary, and he's in NHS." Don't complain. Honorable and enthusiastic. Mr. Tengowski said that he's the only one who gets to yell, but I thought I would throw that in there. Just be proud of what you do. Do it with enthusiasm. According to studies, kids who volunteer have personal gains in self-esteem, social skills, including communication, leadership, and problem solving. And adults in the room, this one's for you. The longer you stay active with a volunteer organization that has no financial reward to you, mental health, including depression, improves significantly. Back to the students. NHS will have multiple opportunities for you, but you should actively look for ways that you can help the community and world around you outside of the club as well. I cannot emphasize this enough. It will make you a better person. When you are doing service, do it honorably, and that word again, enthusiastically, so that you feel pride in your work. And even when you are sure that no one is watching you, trust me, and this we includes your families, your teachers, the general community around you, we see how your experiences are changing you, and we are so impressed with the adults that you are becoming. Again, congratulations.
Thank you very much, Mrs. Volpe. I would now like to take the time to introduce the rest of this year's NHS officers. Our president is McKenna Flanagan. Our secretary is Libby Hearn. Jax Woolheit is our treasurer. Ava Eichelberger and Victoria Chen are our service chairs. Sam McDowell is our NASH events chair. Alex Dorenzo is our technical chair. Sophia Huar is our publicity chair. And Jessie Holler is our social chair. Additionally, Mrs. Oliver and Mr. Tengowski serve as our faculty advisors. These individuals have put a lot of time and energy into numerous service projects and into keeping the organization running smoothly throughout this year. With all of that being said, I am now honored to tell you about this amazing organization and all that we do, with some help from my fellow officers. Over the course of the past year, North Allegheny NHS has amassed 6,398 hours of meaningful service, exceeding last year's record by over 1,000 hours. All of that time was founded on 4 pillars of leadership, scholarship, character, and service. It is now my pleasure to invite Libby to the podium to speak about leadership.
Thank you, Taba. Good evening, inductees and family members. Inductees, I'm here to congratulate you on your hard work and dedication throughout your time at North Allegheny. Loved ones, thank you so much for joining us in this important celebration. As Taba explained, I'm here to talk to you about leadership, one of NHS's 4 pillars. So let's start by defining leadership. The dictionary says it's a simple act of leading. Not much to it, huh? It's simple because it's easy to achieve. Do you know what's not in the definition? A picture of Elon Musk or any other CEO. not President Biden or a different government official. Those people are leaders, but there are many other less recognizable leaders in our community, doing simple and small acts to better the people surrounding them. Whether that's the babysitter who takes extra time to teach the kids they're babysitting their lessons, or it's the student who starts a grass cutting company on the weekends for some extra money. There are leaders all around us. Not all leaders need to manage a team or be the extroverted friend. Some of the best leaders bring people together or listen to every idea. You may not see these leaders do all the work because they like to delegate the tasks. I know all of you at some point in your life have displayed one, if not all, of these necessary qualities. This is why we are honoring you as a 2023-24 inductee in the National Honor Society. This organization will allow you the opportunity to strengthen these leadership skills. Use every service event for ways you can demonstrate leadership qualities, like be excited coaching after-school intramurals or organize a donation drive. These small things can really make a difference for not only yourself, but the community. Now I want everyone to take out your phones. Come on, you can do it. Now, take a selfie. Okay. Every one of these pictures deserves to be in the dictionary under leadership. Thank you and congratulations.
I now invite Jax to the podium to speak about scholarship.
Thank you, Tabo. Hello, students and families. My name is Jack Swellhite, and I am the treasurer of National Honor Society. Scholarship, the things that brings us all together in National Honor Society. While we all have had different experiences with volunteering, extracurricular activities, and academics, we all have one thing in common: our dedication to academic success. By sitting in this room, you have shown this commitment to scholarship by achieving at least a 3.95 GPA. At North Allegheny, we have a different standard of excellence from many other schools. We often see honors classes and 4.0 GPAs as the standard, but in reality, these courses and attaining such high GPAs is a great achievement. All of you have put in the work to get to these seats you are sitting in right now and are committed to doing so for the rest of your high school career. This is not something just anyone can say. This group of people stands above the rest, but we do not show it through brags or boasts. We show it through being the best students we can be and continuing to grow as students and individuals. For us, the standard is excellence, nothing less. Academic excellence cannot just be limited to the grades we receive, because in the end, those are just letters on a piece of paper that we send off to colleges never to be seen again. Academic excellence is shown through the work we put in. The long nights studying for a big test, having to stay home from practice or work to get an essay done, scrambling to balance homework, sports, jobs, and time with friends and family. This is the ugly side of our dedication to scholarship. By being here right now, you yourself are a monument to years of an unwavering need for success. From crying at the kitchen table in 3rd grade while your dad is trying to explain multiplication, to learning vectors and kinematics and physics and every essay you started and finished the night before in between, it all becomes worth it right now. Enjoy the rest of the ceremony. Thank you.
Thank you, Jax. I will now talk about character. At the heart of this pillar is a 3-word question, one that I'll ask you to consider as I'm speaking for the next few minutes. Who are you? Now, I won't leave you to ponder this too long. I don't really expect a room full of high school juniors to have an answer to that question. Frankly, I doubt the adults in this room have an answer to that question either. My apologies for getting a bit existential on a Thursday evening, but I think it's worth thinking about. Livy and Jax did an excellent job of explaining the previous pillars. Here at NA, we're fortunate to have opportunities that allow us to develop both of those attributes. We have clubs to get involved with, great teachers to learn from, sports to succeed in, such that when our 187 inductees opened up their NHS application, it hopefully wasn't too difficult to fill out. But when you take away the straight A's, the state titles, the volunteer hours, what's left is a person. At the lab that I researched at this summer, there was a quote written in bright red window marker up above my desk, and it read, "You are a human being, not a human doing." There are quite a few ways to interpret these words, but to a room full of high-achieving people like this one, what I'll say is this. Of course, your actions and accomplishments matter, but it's what is behind it all that gives you your humanity. The traits you possess, both the good and the bad, are the first things that people notice when you arrive and the last things that they'll remember after you leave. The hope is that, through your leadership, scholarship, and service, you've cultivated traits that represent yourself, your families, National Honor Society, and this district in the best light possible. So I'd like to pose the question again. Who are you? I can never answer that for you, but I'll state some things that I do know to be true. You are the culmination of all of the influences in your life, from your parents and guardians when you were little, to the peers, mentors, and teachers that you've met and will continue to meet in the future. You're made up of all the moments when you intentionally did the right thing, and all of the moments where you choose to do the wrong thing and learn from it. You're made of the tenacity you show when you're at your lowest, and the humility that you must possess when you're at your highest. But most importantly, you're made up of everything that you wish to be in the future. Integrating scholarship, leadership, and service into your life is a goal to continually work toward, and character is the means to get you there. This upcoming year, let us all strive to develop a character that allows us to be well-rounded, well-intentioned parts of this district and of the world. Thank you. I would now like to introduce McKenna to the stage to speak about service.
Thank you, Tabo. I would like to speak of an experience where service truly changed my life. I had the opportunity this past summer, between my junior and senior year, to go on a service trip to Costa Rica. During the end of my junior year, I had fallen into a rut and felt as I was in a never-ending loop. Maybe it was because I surrounded myself with the wrong people, or it was because I could never quite remember the unit circle. Memorization is not my strong suit, and why I will be reading this verbatim. Upon arrival in Costa Rica, I met up with a group of 16 high school individuals. Conversations about our hometowns, what sports we played, and any other little details we found significant commenced. Our leaders reinformed us about the technology fast that we would all be participating in for the following 5 days to help us better immerse ourselves in the culture. I remember reading that this would happen in the guidelines for the trip, but the reality of not having the comfort of my phone immediately set in. As it turned out, within these 5 days, all 16 strangers had become the closest of friends. We reverted back to the naivety of children and truly lived in the moment. Even when our phones got returned, we did not access them frequently. Rather, we focused on our service work of building the foundation for the community center in the small village of Bonanza. We slept in a small cottage on a cement floor in bug nets, squashed in like sardines, but this only brought us closer. After a few days of truly having a connection with my surroundings, it seemed I had finally thought of my future as a pillar of success rather than a life I was solely trudging through. When I came back to the US, I felt more grateful for my life than ever before and wanted to give back. I was able to do this through National Honor Society by partnering with the Woodlands Foundation, a local camp where children and adults with disabilities and chronic illnesses came together with those without disabilities to find happiness within life and learn the importance of independence. I had volunteered here in the past, and being able to partner National Honor Society with the Woodlands Foundation was a full circle moment. The Woodlands Foundation, much like Costa Rica, was a place that brought the volunteers like us, as well as the participants, happiness and peace. As cliche as it sounds, service has changed my life and helped me find myself. The thought of being able to benefit the lives of others is the most rewarding experience. Through National Honor Society, you will have endless amounts of opportunities to make an impact. I urge you to push yourself out of the comfort zone and take these opportunities, because you never know what will enrich your life in the process of helping others. Your journey is just beginning, and I promise if I could do it, so can you. Congratulations on your induction to this great organization, and good luck on your future endeavors.
Thank you, Libby, Jax, and McKenna. At this time, Mr. Tengowski and Mrs. Oliver will officially induct our new members.
Good evening, everyone. Well, thank you. Thank you, Tabo. I want to take a moment to thank all of those involved with the action of tonight's ceremony and the work that goes into running an organization like National Honor Society. First, thanks to our leadership within the school board, central admin, as well as our administration team here at Nash. I can't tell you how many times our administration team says, what can we do? How can we help? They're always there to lend us a hand, so I really appreciate that. Without their unwavering support, our organization could not run as smoothly as it does. Next, thanks to our special guests, Mrs. Volpe, and everyone else for taking the time out of your busy schedules for this special occasion. Lastly, thanks to Mrs. Oliver and our leadership team of officers. I can't do this without her. She is the yin to my yang. She's the nice one. So she's the organized one, she's the nice one. I'm the one that does all the public speaking. So I want to thank her for their countless hours of time that she puts in the National Honor Society. The last point I would like to make is we are going to truly miss the team of officers this year at National Honor Society. As I believe Tabo said, the number is 6,000, I'm sorry, Tabo, there's an update. We're at 6,400. We rounded up here with a couple more service hours that were turned in. I'm very sad to see them head off to college. We can't do this without the leadership of our 10 members that put everything together for an organization as large as ours. Though we don't see eye to eye on every topic, I couldn't ask for a better group of students to run this organization. Please give them all a round of applause. Okay, here we go.
At this time, we're going to ask our new inductees to stand. And you can begin walking towards the stage.
Ralph Abdel Massey. If you could hold your applause to the end, that would be fantastic.
Adi Agara.
Sophia Agazio.
Skylar Agostoni.
Srithraja Akella.
Tajasvi Anamaraju.
Kelsey Apel.
Vijay Aurora.
Vaylin Arun Marozi.
Thu Ung.
Khadija Bajwa.
Amrita Balaji.
Daniel Balderas.
Yash Bali.
Parthiv Reddy Bundy.
Sydney Bartos.
Sylvia Bertucci.
Amit Bandari.
Mahitha Bonagiri.
Elena Boronsky.
Samantha Braden.
Isaac Brennanman.
Larkin Brown,
Avery Butcher,
Marco Butera,
Amanda Campos,
Maya Carrico,
Tanvi Chawla,
Emma Chain,
Jungwoo Chon,
Claire Cho,
Michelle Cho,
Jacob Collins,
Brady Crow,
Trey Davidson,
Danuk Diamaldia,
Ranuk Dialmaldia,
Owen Dinyol,
Shay DeRose,
Juliana DeGregory,
Evelyn Disk,
Andrew Dixon,
Julia Drozga,
Zach Duckworth,
Masha Dudina,
Kaylee Duffy,
John Ebkin,
Maya Evans,
Kala Ewing,
Connor Fadgen,
Max Fang,
Josh Farr,
Sarah Fernandez,
Claire Fiedler,
Kelsey Finney,
Emma Flanders,
Michael Fortunato,
Mia Fratto,
Jordan Frisco,
Michael Gauntner,
Isha George,
Andre Georgiev,
Maya Getz,
Connor Griffin,
Chris Ha,
William Hahn,
Grace Harlan,
Sean Harlan,
Madison Hartung,
Louise Hinsbow,
Wanyu Howe,
Jackson Howard,
Catherine Hu,
Ty Awanaku,
Sia Jane,
Riley Johnson,
Tia Way Johnson,
Patrick Jones,
Julia Jordan,
Jacqueline Junko,
Tharisha Kolpathy,
Teoman Khan,
Genevieve Karlovitz,
Lohith Katari,
Evan Kerber,
Jeffrey Kern,
Naisha Killadar,
Shriman Koka,
Logan Kushner,
Eva Kiniston,
Hannah Kariasis,
Abigail Lang,
Jesse Lee,
Noah Lee,
Catherine Lenchner,
Jerry Lee,
Caitlin Logan,
Andrew Long,
Sam Lopazinski,
Rucha Lovelaker,
Catherine Lovejoy,
Shauna Mayenza,
Catherine Majerick,
Megan Manasotis,
Helen Mao,
Taylor Markle,
Madison Martin,
Aaron McGooey,
Ellen Milkoff,
Maya Miller,
Kavya Mishra,
Isla Modick,
Alexandra Moran,
Ruby Morris,
Audrey Morrison,
Jonathan Mowry,
Rebecca Murphy,
Wynn Musselman,
Avery Neely,
Evan O'Keefe,
Dana Ochoa,
Lyra Ogle,
Hansung Oh,
Nicholas Pallone,
Arnav Patel,
Marissa Paulson,
Mason Pavley,
Isabella Peniche,
Leo Phillips,
Dana Patel,
Casey Plotzko,
James Popel,
Lucy Pugh,
Angel Q,
Calder Quirk,
Zoheb Rahman,
Kamya Rajesh,
Jake Reckenmacher,
Rachel Ryby,
Caitlin Revelant,
Leanna Reynolds,
Peter Ritchie,
Jacob Rice,
Ricardo Rojas,
Andrew Romanchik,
Gabrielle Rubel,
Jeremiah Sacho,
Owen Shaw.
Kira Schmidt.
Aubrielle Seaman.
Carson Sestilli.
Ananya Shaw.
Aneri Shaitaji.
Olivia Schubach.
Hannah Smale.
Risha Solansky.
Tia Susu.
Riley Spitz.
Clara Stover.
Ari Stewart.
Pranita Sutravai.
Abe Sayamala.
Ethan Toe.
Delaney Tedesco.
Athena Thomas Huber.
Utkarsh Tawari.
Nicholas Tobiah.
Benjamin Truesdell.
Darren Uyar.
Elizabeth Velez.
Carlin Vapul.
Makand Venkatesh.
Mackenzie Volpe.
Claire Wallenmayer.
Jack Wang.
Colin Wang.
Amelia Weaver.
Connor Williams.
Owen Williams.
Riley Williams.
Victoria Williams.
Sawyer Wright.
Iris Yan.
Jacob Yu.
Abigail Ziegenfuss. I'm going to welcome back to the stage Tabo.
Our president, McKenna, will now lead this year's inductees in the National Honor Society Pledge.
Please raise your right hand and repeat after me. I pledge myself to uphold the high purposes of the National Honor Society to which I have been selected. I will be true to the principles for which it stands. I will be loyal to my school and will maintain and encourage high standards of scholarship, service, leadership, and character. Ladies and gentlemen, I now present the newest inductees of the North Allegheny chapter of the National Honor Society. This concludes our induction. This concludes our induction ceremony for the evening. Please feel free to use the stage area to take pictures. Thank you and have a great night.